It's a harsh reality. Some people in our lives derive pleasure from causing harm and chaos. Imagine sharing trusting moments with someone, only to discover they are the very source of your turmoil. Today we delve deep into a topic both fascinating and frightening, recognizing the signs of dealing with an evil person. Whether it's a colleague, friend, or even a family member, these individuals can be masters of deception, concealing their true nature behind charm and charisma. Our exploration into this dark side of human behavior isn't just fueled by curiosity. Understanding these signs can be life-changing. The Stoics, believers in the power of perception and living guided by reason and virtue, emphasized identifying and comprehending these toxic traits to protect our peace of mind and nurture healthier relationships. Remaining true to Stoic principles of wisdom and self-control, join us as we uncover 5 telltale signs of an evil person. By the end of this video, you'll not only be better equipped to recognize these behaviors, but also learn practical strategies to safeguard your mental health and well-being. If you appreciate what we're sharing, a simple favor we ask is to hit the subscribe button. And don't skip any part. You won't want to miss our special bonus section where I'll reveal an effective strategy for setting firm boundaries with these individuals. This version maintains the essence of your message while enhancing readability and engagement. Sign 1. Focusing on recognizing signs of an evil person. Let's embark on a journey of self-awareness and resilience together. When we encounter people who initially appear charming and charismatic, it's crucial to remember that appearances can be deceiving. These individuals often have a knack for brightening up a room, making everyone feel special and valued. They know precisely what to say to make you feel like you found a new best friend. Initially, they seem perfect, witty, engaging, and seemingly interested in your life. It's easy to be swept up in their charm, believing you've discovered someone truly exceptional. However, the Stoics urge us to look beyond surface impressions and seek truth through rational thought and observation. Over time, cracks may start to appear in their facade. Perhaps they consistently demand attention, overshadowing others in social settings. They might interrupt, talk over you, or subtly undermine you in front of others. These behaviors aren't just quirks or signs of extroversion, they're red flags. Imagine being at a party where this person dominates, telling jokes and captivating everyone. Initially enjoyable, but as the evening progresses, you notice they steer every conversation back to themselves. When you try to share something, they redirect the focus to their own stories. This is where the Stoic principle of apatheia, maintaining emotional balance despite external circumstances, becomes valuable. It allows you to see beyond their charming facade and recognize their self-centered nature. Pay attention to how they handle setbacks or disagreements. A genuinely kind person responds with grace and understanding, while someone playing a role to gain trust might react defensively or manipulate the situation. According to Stoic wisdom, such reactions reveal a lack of virtuous character. Marcus Aurelius warns against those who display anger and manipulation, traits inconsistent with rational and virtuous behavior. Take your time and trust your instincts. The Stoics emphasized careful observation and cautioned against rushing to judgment based on first impressions. Epictetus advised evaluating the character of those we allow into our inner circle. If someone seems too good to be true, give yourself space to observe their actions over time, especially when they think no one is watching. True character reveals itself in how someone behaves when not trying to impress. Remember, not everyone who appears charming and charismatic has good intentions. Some use charm for manipulation. Stay grounded and mindful, protecting yourself from superficial facades by adhering to Stoic principles of wisdom and discernment. This approach equips you to navigate complex social interactions effectively. Another critical sign to watch for is a lack of empathy. Empathy, understanding and sharing others' feelings, is essential for deep connections and meaningful relationships. However, some individuals completely lack this trait, disregarding how their actions affect others. The Stoics valued compassion and understanding as fundamental virtues. Marcus Aurelius emphasized considering others' well-being as part of our own. When someone shows blatant disregard for others' feelings, it's a serious red flag. Imagine confiding in a friend, hoping for comfort, only to have your feelings brushed off or mocked. This lack of empathy can leave you feeling isolated and misunderstood. It's not just about them being absent during tough times, but also failing to share in your joy or celebrate your successes. A person lacking empathy won't genuinely cheer for your achievements. Sign 2. Focusing on manipulation and lack of empathy. Another significant sign of dealing with an evil person is manipulation. This behavior extends beyond personal relationships. Consider a boss who pushes employees to their limits without concern for their well-being. They may demand long hours without fair compensation, dismiss requests for time off, or publicly shame employees rather than offer constructive guidance. Such actions create a toxic work environment where people feel undervalued and stressed. In such situations, the Stoics advise maintaining inner peace and integrity, recognizing that others' lack of empathy reflects their character, not ours. Furthermore, a lack of empathy can lead to more sinister behaviors. Individuals devoid of empathy may engage in cruelty, lying, cheating, or even physical harm without remorse. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, emphasized kindness and justice, teaching that our actions should reflect inner virtue. When empathy is absent, these values are fundamentally disconnected. Signs of empathy deficiency also manifest in everyday interactions. For instance, someone who constantly redirects conversations to themselves, shows little interest in others' viewpoints, or fails to offer assistance when needed reveals a deeper issue. The Stoics urge us to be observant and discerning, understanding that these small signs unveil a person's true character. If you find yourself dealing with someone consistently lacking empathy, it's crucial to establish boundaries for your mental and emotional well-being. Stoics emphasize the importance of safeguarding our own peace amidst negativity, asserting your right to distance yourself from those who drain your energy. Manipulation is another hallmark of an evil person. It involves using deceit or cunning to control or influence others for personal gain. This subtle and insidious behavior can deeply harm those subjected to it. Manipulators excel at distorting reality, leaving you confused, powerless, and questioning your own judgments. From a Stoic perspective, clarity of thought and grounding perceptions in reality are crucial. Stoics taught that we should remain steadfast in our principles despite external pressures. Manipulators aim to cloud your perception through tactics like gaslighting, where they make you doubt your memory or sanity. They might deny events, twist your words, or accuse you of hypersensitivity to avoid accountability. Manipulators also play the victim to guilt-trip you into compliance, making you responsible for their happiness or well-being. They might exploit your compassion by demanding favors under the guise of friendship, yet offer no reciprocity. Epictetus emphasized understanding what is within our control and what isn't, knowing we can't control others' actions or emotions, only our responses to them. Consider how manipulators use flattery or charm initially to gain your favor. While flattering comments might initially feel genuine, they often come with hidden agendas, making you feel indebted or pressured to meet their expectations for continued approval. This version retains the essence of your paragraph while enhancing clarity and readability for engagement. Sign 3. Focusing on manipulation and controlling behavior. The Stoics remind us that true virtue and self-worth come from within, not from fleeting approval of others. Manipulation can take various forms, including isolation, where a manipulative person tries to sever your connections with friends and family, making you increasingly dependent on them. They might assert that your loved ones don't truly care about you or understand you like they do. This tactic aims to exert control by limiting your support network and reinforcing reliance on them for validation. Stoics emphasize the importance of maintaining strong, supportive relationships, recognizing that human beings thrive in community. Isolation runs counter to these principles, weakening our network of support and leaving us more susceptible to manipulation. Financial manipulation is another tactic employed by malevolent individuals. They might borrow money without intention to repay or control your finances, to restrict your independence. For instance, a partner might insist on managing all finances, requiring permission for every expenditure. Such control can trap you in the relationship and undermine your autonomy. The Stoics would advocate for self-sufficiency and independence, ensuring we aren't unduly influenced or controlled by others. Recognizing manipulation can be challenging, especially when emotions are involved. Stoic teachings encourage vigilance, clear discernment, and acting with integrity. If you suspect manipulation, step back to objectively assess the situation. Are your needs consistently disregarded? Do you feel guilt or uncertainty? Are they trying to isolate you or control aspects of your life? Setting firm boundaries with manipulators is crucial. Assert your rights to your thoughts, feelings, and actions clearly and assertively. While we can't control others' actions, Stoics remind us that we control our responses. By maintaining inner strength and clarity, we protect ourselves from manipulation's harmful effects and stay true to our values. A glaring sign of an evil person is controlling behavior that extends beyond preferences to dominate at every aspect of your life, minimizing your autonomy and decision-making. Control often masquerades as concern, but masks a desire for power. Stoics, valuing personal freedom and self-control, would view such behavior as antithetical to virtuous living. Controlling behavior manifests in various ways. For example, a friend may consistently dictate plans without considering your preferences, claiming they know what's best. In relationships, it can escalate to monitoring your activities, restricting interactions with others, and demanding access to personal information. This surveillance can create a sense of entrapment and anxiety, forcing you to tiptoe to avoid conflict. Epictetus stressed the importance of maintaining inner freedom despite external pressures. Financial control is another form of domination where someone manages all financial decisions, fostering dependence by limiting access to money. Stoics advocated for self-sufficiency and wise management of resources, resisting financial enslavement. Isolation is yet another tactic used by controllers, alienating you from supportive relationships by criticizing loved ones or claiming exclusivity in understanding and caring for you. This tactic aims to further isolate you, making their influence over your life more pervasive. Recognizing these signs and asserting your autonomy are crucial steps in protecting yourself from the damaging effects of control and manipulation. Stoic principles of self-awareness, resilience, and integrity provide a foundation for navigating such challenging dynamics. This version maintains the depth and insight of your original text while enhancing clarity and engagement for the reader. Sign 4. Focusing on controlling behavior and pathological lying. Over time, you may find yourself increasingly isolated, relying solely on the controlling person for support and companionship. The Stoics recognized the importance of community and supportive relationships, viewing isolation as detrimental to personal growth and well-being. Controlling individuals often resort to threats and intimidation to maintain power. They may threaten to leave, harm themselves, or even hurt you if you don't comply with their demands. This creates an environment of fear and anxiety, impairing your ability to think clearly and make decisions in your best interest. Seneca particularly emphasized facing fears and refusing to submit to intimidation, advocating for reclaiming our personal power and courageously standing against threats. Controlling behavior is more than a preference for doing things a certain way. It undermines your autonomy and ability to live freely. The Stoics advise recognizing such behavior as an attack on your personal freedom and autonomy. By staying true to our values and maintaining inner strength, we can resist the influence of manipulative individuals and assert our right to live authentically. If you encounter someone displaying controlling behavior, setting firm boundaries, and asserting independence are crucial steps. Clearly communicate your needs and limits, and seek support from others who understand your situation. Stoic philosophy teaches us that while we cannot control others' actions, we have full control over our reactions and decisions. By grounding ourselves in our principles and valuing our autonomy, we shield ourselves from the harmful effects of manipulation and lead more fulfilling lives. Stoics valued truth and integrity as fundamental virtues, believing that living virtuously meant aligning actions with truth and reason. Pathological lying directly contradicts these principles, creating a false reality for personal gain. It begins with seemingly harmless embellishments, but can escalate to covering up mistakes or manipulating others for personal gain. In workplaces, pathological liars may falsify qualifications, exaggerate contributions, or spread rumors to undermine colleagues, fostering distrust and toxicity. Stoics would urge us to maintain our integrity amidst deceit, focusing on our own thoughts and actions rather than being swayed by dishonesty around us. In personal relationships, pathological lying causes insecurity and constant questioning of reality. Partners may lie about their whereabouts, past, or feelings, creating instability and doubt. Stoic teachings encourage trusting our judgment and not succumbing to manipulations. Seneca emphasized finding inner peace despite external deceit, advocating for vigilance and critical thinking to discern truth from falsehood. Pathological liars can be convincing, blending truths with lies to confuse others. Stoics teach us to remain vigilant and seek truth through careful consideration and evidence, not accepting things at face value. When confronted with lies, observe their reaction. Are they defensive or aggressive? This can reveal their true intentions and help protect against further manipulation. This version maintains the depth and insight of your original text, while enhancing clarity and readability for engagement. Here's a rephrased and punctuated version of Sign 5, focusing on pathological lying and setting boundaries. Sign 5. Pathological lying is a clear indicator of an evil person. Do they deflect blame onto you or offer plausible explanations that mask deeper deceit? A genuine person admits mistakes and seeks correction, whereas a pathological liar weaves intricate webs of falsehoods to evade accountability. Stoic philosophy advises us to remain calm and rational, recognizing deceitful behavior for what it is without allowing it to provoke emotional reactions. Pathological lying erodes trust over time, undermining the foundation of any relationship. Constant suspicion and doubt foster a toxic cycle of mistrust and resentment. Stoics valued building honest relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. When confronted with a pathological liar, you must decide whether to rebuild trust or distance yourself for mental and emotional well-being. Setting firm boundaries is crucial when dealing with toxic behaviors while maintaining integrity. Stoics viewed boundary setting as essential for personal integrity and tranquility. It's not about being harsh, but about respecting yourself and ensuring others do too. Clear communication of what behaviors are unacceptable fosters healthier interactions. For instance, addressing disrespectful behavior directly and decisively communicates your boundaries. Consistency in enforcing boundaries is key. Stoics like Epictetus stressed discipline and perseverance in upholding boundaries to reinforce self-respect and guide others on how to treat you. When boundaries are repeatedly crossed, it signals a lack of respect and may require reevaluating the relationship. Setting boundaries isn't about closing off, but about maintaining personal integrity and promoting healthy relationships. It aligns with Stoic principles of self-respect, clarity, and discipline, ensuring you protect your peace of mind and integrity amidst challenging dynamics. See you soon is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process as relationships evolve. Your boundaries may need adjustment. For instance, in a work environment, you might need to set boundaries around your availability and workload to prevent burnout. You could say to a colleague or supervisor, "I am happy to help with this project, but I cannot take on additional tasks beyond my current responsibilities." The Stoics would advise us to balance our duties and not overextend ourselves to the detriment of our well-being. One of the most challenging aspects of setting boundaries is dealing with the pushback or resistance you might encounter. People who are used to getting their way, especially those with controlling or manipulative tendencies, may not take kindly to your newfound assertiveness. They might react with anger, guilt-tripping, or even attempts to undermine your confidence. The Stoics teach us to remain calm and steadfast in the face of such challenges. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the importance of maintaining our composure and not being swayed by the negative emotions of others. When you encounter resistance, stay firm and remind yourself that your boundaries are necessary for your well-being. In some cases, setting boundaries might mean making difficult decisions, such as distancing yourself from certain individuals or even ending toxic or harmful relationships. This can be a painful process, but is essential for preserving your mental and emotional health. The Stoics would remind us that our primary responsibility is to our own virtue and well-being. Seneca often spoke about the importance of choosing our associations wisely, recognizing that the company we keep can significantly impact our character and happiness. By distancing yourself from those who consistently violate your boundaries, you are making a powerful statement about your self-worth and commitment to living a virtuous life. It's also helpful to seek support from others when setting boundaries. This could mean talking to trusted friends, family members, or a therapist about your experiences and getting their input and encouragement. Sharing your struggles and successes with boundary setting can provide you with valuable perspective and strengthen your resolve. The Stoics valued community and the support of like-minded individuals. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the interconnectedness of humanity and the importance of mutual support. By leaning on your support network, you can find the strength to uphold your boundaries and maintain your well-being. Additionally, practicing self-care is crucial when setting and maintaining boundaries. This includes taking time for yourself, engaging in activities that bring you joy and relaxation, and nurturing your physical and mental health. The Stoics believed in the importance of self-care as a foundation for a virtuous life. Epictetus, for example, emphasized the need to care for our own well-being so that we can be of service to others and fulfill our responsibilities effectively. By prioritizing self-care, you reinforce the message that your well-being is important and deserving of protection. Remember that setting boundaries is a form of self-respect and self-love. It's about recognizing your own value and refusing to allow others to diminish it. The Stoics teach us that our worth is not determined by external factors, but by our own actions and integrity. By setting and maintaining boundaries, you are living in accordance with these principles and fostering a life of peace, virtue, and resilience. Remember, your peace and integrity are worth protecting, no matter who tries to undermine them. Setting boundaries is not just a defense mechanism, it's a declaration of your self-worth and commitment to living a virtuous life. Thank you for joining me today and being a part of Stoic Journal. If you found this helpful, make sure to check out one of the suggested videos on the screen for more insights. Stay strong, stay wise, and keep living your truth.